Hello and welcome to today's quick draft with Phyrexia All We Won. I'm playing today on my second account, so I don't care so much about the actual cards I get or building my collection. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to enter a quick draft with my gems. I have 750. I'm hoping that I get to win back at least another 300, right? So I can get up to enough to enter another quick draft with this account without having to pay for my gold, spend my gold. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to enter this and I'm going to draft as if this was on my main account. So I'm going to draft as if I'm choosing the rares because I want to build my collection. And what you want to do if you're trying to build your collection in the quick draft, especially if you've done it quite a few before, is you can have a look at how many you have of each of these cards if you want to make sure you're picking a new one. And you can do that by holding down the Alt key on your keyboard. So you can see on this account, I haven't actually done so many drafts for these particular cards. In fact, I think I've only done about 3 or 4 drafts on this account for Phyrexia. So there's quite a few cards I don't have. But already this one, I have a tick. I have 4 of these. And I have 1 of some of these and none of these. But I'm going to pick the rare anyway. Because a 5 mana 4/4 flying haste. Not too bad, but I would pick that. If I was trying to get the most value, I'd pick that anyway, because I want to get the rare. There's no rare here. We want to try and make the best deck we can with using the rares, ideally, because the rares tend to help us win games. So we've got red, we've got artifacts or equipment, so red and white works pretty well, but not necessarily toxic. So Banish into Eternity is good if we want to exile things that are not creatures, so to take out the equipment of the opponent or any enchantment or artifacts they have on the side. But it's a bit expensive, I think. So Dragonwing Glider, we could go with other flying creatures, we could go with other red. Normally if I'm drafting, I don't want to stick to one colour rigidly to start with, but let's try to go with something that would possibly work well with the glider if we were to do it. So we can go with oil counters. Centurions are 3/2. You can remove oil counters and target creature can't block, which is nice. Sacrifice an artifact or creature mana value X damage among creatures. We could sacrifice this to do 5 damage to creatures if we wanted to, divided how we want. But maybe I'll go with the Voidwing Hybrid, actually. I quite like the Voidwing Hybrid. It doesn't work with the Dragonwing Glider, but at the beginning of the drafting process, you don't necessarily want to stick to one colour to start with. Although now I'm seeing other artifact spells, artifact cards that I like. So we have Flying and Haste. We could go with the War Whip, which can make equipping costs less, which is good, and double strike if you equip with this. This costs 5 to equip though. So, but then that costs 5 to equip as well. Equip costs are high. Well, we're getting the double strike, so we'd get a 2/2 double strike for 3, which isn't bad. The Fuseling's also good though. Much better if we're going to have other creatures die. So normally in a red and black deck, that would work better because we're going to be sacrificing lots of little creatures. Chimney Rabble, generally good, but maybe I'll go with the War Whip. I haven't tried a proper full-on equipment deck before, at least not in this set, so we could go with that possibly. We have more equipment. So this is going to be a 2/3 creature. The equip cost is low. Skitterfang. I like Skitterfang in a way. Flying, Vigilance, Death Touch, or Lifelink. Better if we can proliferate and add more oil counters. So if we were doing a deck with the blue and black, that would work there. Magmatic Sprinter, much better with other oil counters rather than equipment. The Orthodoxy Enforcer works well if we have lots of artifacts, so maybe we'll go with basically what's going to almost definitely be a 4/4 vigilance rather than getting a 2/3 creature by itself. So let's go with the Enforcer. Another War Whip, so we can reduce the equipment cost, the equip cost twice as much, down by 2, which would be really good. So a Volt Charge, also good, 3 damage to any target, but I'm going to go all in on the equipment for now, and then we'll do what removal we can. Get the removal that we can. Okay, so some good things here if we wanted to go with Toxic or Proliferating. Bone Picker Scourge is good if we have Corrupted, if we have 3 poison counters on the opponent. Blight Bloody Rat is good for that, and Proliferating as well. Whisper of the Dross, good for Proliferating. So lots of things that are good there. The Raptor works pretty well with the hybrid as well for proliferating. Adding more oil counters onto the Raptor is good. Awaken the Sleeper. Yeah, possibly good for us here. Let's just move this out of the way for now, because I think I'm going to go straight for this. Target creature gets +2/+2 end of turn, put 2 oil counters on it. The oil counters we don't care about, but having an instant that can boost a creature like that, especially when we have potentially first strike or double strike. Quite like that. Okay, so in our colours we have Thriller Possibility, which can get through our deck a little bit faster, but I wouldn't really think it's too great. We have Hazardous Blast, which I like for removing opponent's creatures if we have lots of 1 toughness creatures, but also the opponent can't block this turn, which is great if we have lots of creatures that could potentially do a good amount of damage. So I'm going to take that. Okay, another +2/+2, free from flesh, or another creature, effectively. Maybe we'll go with more creatures for now, and look for some more tricks afterwards. I think Blazing Crescendo is definitely going to be the pick here. +3/+1, till end of turn, and we can play that. Let's have a look at the collection we've got. We've only got one of those out of 4 anyway. I don't think we'll necessarily need to keep an eye on the collection so far. I haven't done a deck like this before on this account, so I know that pretty much anything I pick is going to not be something I've already got 4 of, like these black cards here. So we could sacrifice an artifact or creature. Quite good considering we're going to have lots of artifacts or creatures that could potentially be sacrificed. But I don't like the idea of losing. I suppose we could lose one thing in order to remove a couple of opponent's things. It only costs 2. So let's try that. Otherwise, I would pick the Furnace because it's nice to have a couple of these lands that could draw cards, just in case you need them. Right, so we have blue and black Skull Bombs. No good for us. Big green creature, no good. So Toxic, we don't care about. You can search for a basic land, reveal it, put it on top. Well, if anything, that's the only one that's going to help us because it's a creature we can play anyway, and we could look for a land if we've got the wrong land colours on us. These won't do anything for us, no matter what we pick, but if we're picking to get the most value out of anything, if there's nothing else in it, I would just take the uncommon over a common because that adds to our collection a little bit more. Here again, like I said, doesn't matter, we'll just pick anything. Whisper of the Dross, 3 out of 4, we now have 4 of those. Right, Red Sun's Twilight. Okay, because we have lots of red, I feel like this should be good. Destroy up to X artifacts if it's 5 or more. For each artifact destroyed, create a token that's a copy of it. So, why would we want to do that? To destroy the opponent's artifacts. Are they going to have artifacts we want to destroy? And are we going to ever get to... we're not going to destroy 5 artifacts of the opponents. Not sure when you'd ever need to use that. You'll probably tell me in the comments if I'm missing out something really obvious, but unless the opponent happens to be playing a deck where they have 5 artifacts out, I think is generally unlikely. Why would you want to do this? Especially considering you have to exile your token copies at the end of the next step, unless you know you're going to win with this. So it's an interesting one. Against all odds, we can exile artifact or creature and return it to the battlefield, which is great for the equipment because we get another token basically. And return artifact or creature with mana value 3 or less from our graveyard to the battlefield. So I quite like that, I think. Now I think maybe we'll go with Volt Charge because the removal is just going to be better than this sorcery, which we may or may not get much use out of. Being able to effectively blink one of the artifact equipments, it's okay, but for 4 mana, and return a creature as well. We don't have very many creatures because our creatures are the equipment anyway. So let's just go with the removal for now. It's tempting to say pick the red because it's oh, let's just go with it. Let's just pick it just because it's the rare. This is what we would do. Okay, so anything else that's really useful? Axiom Engraver, possibly, but not really that much. Leonin Lightbringer, if it's equipped, it gets +1/+1, and it has Ward 2. Definitely good. It could be a 4/3 double strike with Ward 2. But also we have a rare here. So again, for the sake of just getting the most value out of collection here, we're going to go with that anyway. Alright, so I think 5 damage to a creature and possibly destroying an equipment of the opponent's is quite tempting, so let's take that. Sticking very closely to red. X gold slash. Nice cheap removal. Or we could go Terramorphic Expanse to help our land. Or Churning Reservoir. Put oil counters on creatures. Not going to help us in this deck because not much needs oil, or nothing needs oil. Definitely Hex Gold Slash. Alright, so Volt Charge again. Good removal. We definitely want some of that. More creatures. Let's go with removal. We definitely want removal early on, especially if our creatures come out at 3 and 4 or 5. 3 from Flesh. Duelist. So we don't care about Toxic on Duelist, but having First Strike when we attack with it, and possibly being able to give it something like +2/+2 or the +3 here. Maybe we'll take the Duelist just for having a cheaper creature with First Strike. So another Hazardous Blast, Lethal Demolition. In Size of Glider, it would be nice to have an extra creature in the air. I don't think we're likely to get Corrupted. Duelist is probably not going to get 3 clean hits on the opponent, so we're not going to choose that either. So it's between Hazardous Blast and Lethal Demolition. Destroy an artifact. If we controlled it, create 3 1/1 tokens. Do we really want to destroy any of our artifacts? Possibly get rid of a Dune Mover. Not likely, but it's possible. Hazardous Blast again. Creatures cannot block. I think we're going to go with that. Okay, so Forge Hammer Centurion. 3/2 keep a creature. We could enchant. We could equip this with other things if we want to, or Molten Rebuke is more removal. We have quite a high mana curve at the moment, so I'm going to stick slightly lower and pick the creature that's lower down. Let's go with another Duelist because definitely want those First Strike creatures. And now, great chance to pick the Leonin. Let's come back to us. Alright, nothing else here we need, so having a look at what we can pick. Might as well take the uncommon because we need some of those. And same here, we don't need any of these. But we could take the Terramorphic Expanse just to help with our land in case we happen to be stuck on one colour that we don't want. Okay, let's take the extra ones. And with a third pack, there are other creatures that would be really good in this deck. So again, Leonin again, but that might come back round to us. Annex Sentry probably won't come back. Would be a good creature and is also removal. And we got Volshock Splitter, which I think was more likely to come round. Should probably pick that again towards the end. So let's go with the rare for the value. Okay, so the other rare's gone here. We can put out Ribskiff. I don't think we want Ribskiff. Shrapnel Slinger. Sacrifice a creature. Destroy target artifact an opponent controls if we need it. Or Swordblade Scamp. Whenever we're casting non-creature spell, put an oil counter on it. Remove it. Do some damage. Now, the creatures we have are actually not creature spells. They're artifact spells. And we have instants. So, do we want to have a Swordblade Scamp? A little creature we can get out. We can attach equipment to it. It can just do some extra damage to the opponent if it can't attack. Or we can have a 2/2, which could potentially do something extra, but probably won't. Or an Engraver, going to help us draw other cards. Let's go with a Scamp for now, but the idea of an Engraver isn't such a bad idea. Onslaught, affinity for artifacts. Creatures you control get +2/+1 till end of turn. Now, if we don't have 3 artifacts out, I'll be able to cast this for 2. I'll be very surprised. So I'm definitely going to pick that and hope we get to use that. Right, Apostle of Invasion. I've used that before. It's pretty good. Only if you have Corrupted, or mainly if you have Corrupted. Autonomous Furnace would be nice, but I think we're going to stick with our 2/2 creatures, especially with first strikes. We want to be quite aggressive with our damage. And okay, we can go for a Slinger, 2/2 for 2, or we could enchant a creature to give it +1/+1 as a trick. I think we'll go with the creature. Okay, Splitter. Got another Enforcer. It's going to be a 4/4 Vigilance pretty much no matter what we do. Another Scamp. Or an extra +2 equipment. Well, this is 4 mana to get a 2/4. Or this is 4 mana to get a 4/4 Vigilance. Although we could re-equip the extra +2 power. I think I'll go with the Enforcer for now. Okay, artifact. Whenever another artifact enters the battlefield, creature you control gets +1 and Vigilance till end of turn. Or we have the Red Skull Bomb, which is oil counters, which we don't really need. Or we have the White Skull Bomb, +2 and flying, which is not too bad. Work pretty well for us when we have our creatures on the ground that do double strike damage. But I haven't tried Veil of Assimilation yet. I must have picked it at some point, but I'm sure I haven't used it. Whenever artifacts enter, we have quite a lot of artifacts. Although not loads. It's tempting. Give creatures +1 and Vigilance. I think I'll go with the Skull Bomb because it's one I can control. I know what I'm doing. That's only useful if we have maybe more artifacts or artifact creatures like Malcador's Watcher. Right, so the only thing useful here would be the Scamps. Let's take that. We'll stick to our colours. The Splitter here, probably the best. Vanish is kind of nice in that it takes out other things. I haven't used it properly before, but let's just stick with more creatures and more equipment. So the only thing that's going to help us at all here is the Zealot's Conviction, but I don't think we're likely to use it because I think we're going to have better things like Free from Flesh will give +2/+2. We'll give +1, but it's permanent. But I think we're going to be more likely heavy on red than white, so let's keep that to the side just in case. Furnace Strider, a big creature that can give other things haste. Probably the best thing we can pick here, although I don't know if we'll use it because we have so many other things that we'll want to use first, I think. Let's take the uncommon and put it to the side. Again, uncommon and put it to the side. We don't need it. And another sideboard card. So let's have a look at the deck that we can make here. See what we need to cut. So all of these, that's conviction, I don't think we'll need. Yeah, not going to need any of those. Let's have a look at the deck now. So we have majority is red, although it's still giving us only 8 plains, 8 mountains. I'm sure it would make more sense to go with slightly more mountains than plains. We also have Terramorphic Expanse to help us fix that if we need it. Definitely more likely to want to play red at the beginning. We need to take 5 other cards out. So what can we remove? Creatures get +2/+1. I feel like it's a good way of clearing out lots of opponents' things. And even if we lose creatures, we can reattach things as well. So, okay, with that, Red Sun's Twilight, are we going to use that? Destroy up to X artifacts. Don't know why we'd want to use that. No, let's just take it out. Someone's going to tell me how, like, I obviously should have used that, but yeah, I don't see it. So, the Skull Bomb, probably less likely to want that. We want to go heavy on creatures and be able to keep attaching our equipment onto it. Furnace Strider, do we want haste? These are all big. They're kind of heavy up here, so we're going to get rid of something up here. We've got a trick, we've got removal, and we've got a big creature flying, 4/4 flying. We need a splitter, Hazard Blast, 4/4. So we might want to go more heavy on attacking and being able to remove blockers. I don't know if we'll necessarily want Molten Rebuke or if we'll really need Furnace Strider because it's so big. Might want to stick with a trick and big AC creature. And then one more thing to get rid of. So we have another artifact. Help us fix our land if we want to, and it's a 2/1. Or we can sacrifice an artifact or creature, do X damage on the target, any number of target creatures. So nice removal, but we have instant there. We have Volt Charge. I think we'll take out the sacrifice. So at least now we've got 5 2-drop creatures, and we've got all these here. These 5 here as 3 drops and removal. We've got some small things here. Probably not going to get moving until turn 2 anyway, most of the time. No, I think that's pretty good. Okay, so we managed to get... Let's have a look again at the rares we got here. So we got 2 rares there, 3, 4 at least. Just 4. I think it was. Okay, unless I'm missing something. Yeah, so 4 rares we got added to our collection and a good number of commons and uncommons that we didn't have before. But can we win some games with this deck? Let's go through and play some quick draft games and see what we can do with our red and white Affinity for Artifacts deck. Let's see how good these artifacts are. Okay, lots of land, which is good. We have removal, we have our big creature. Okay, not the best start. But as I hate mulligans, and we do have at least one half decent removal spell, we're going to stick with it. And we've got the War Whip. So we're going to end up with a 2/2 double strike. Ooh, okay. So when it enters the battlefield, attach 1 equipment you control to the creature. You get +1/+1. I'm going to kill it now, just in case I have a 2-drop I want to get out next turn. I don't anyway. Okay. So let's go with another mountain for now. Let's just hide the white. I don't know if it makes a difference. But let's not let them know we've got white cards as well. Okay, now definitely going to let them know. I'm going to go with our 2/2 double strike. We have a +2 as well. We don't need the oil counters for anything, but +2/+2 when we need it. It's not too bad. And they've got the same. Okay. See if they want to block this. Okay. So we can get the glider out next, and then we could put double strike on that. And I have a feeling this might be a quick win for us. So we're going to get flying and haste. We don't want the duelist. Not going to help us right now. Okay. Damage coming in. 8 damage in one turn. We could put the double strike on the 4/4 next, and we could do 8 damage if they don't remove it. Or we could go the other way and put the, no matter which one they remove, we can equip a 5 from one to the other. So it's 8 damage if they remove one, and it's going to be at least 10 damage if they don't. We don't necessarily want to move the equipment around unless we have to. Good chance they're going to be dead in 2 turns. Luckily, they were quite slow getting started, and they've put out these. But an artifact doesn't do anything. Good thing we didn't let them keep Kemba as well. Would have been a bit worse. Okay, letting the timer run down because you're not winning. Larcy. You can always hope that maybe they just lost connection as soon as they started losing, but I don't know how likely that is. Oh no, they are here. They're just looking at their cards. Okay, kill my creature. I'm okay with that. Like I said, we're going to still do lots of damage next turn anyway. Lightbringer. So, we have 6. We could put out Lightbringer. We could do 4 damage, or we could do double strike. We could do 8 damage. Let's just do the 4 damage for now. Get the other creatures out. And then we've got lots of options for next time. I'm pretty sure they're going to quit, because there's not much they can do here. And they quit. We're doing so well with our 1 win. Okay, so hasty 1 creature. We have a double strike, and we have the white land for it, and we have Vault Charge to remove whatever the biggest, baddest thing the opponent has by turn 3 with 3 toughness or less. So, yeah, let's just go with the Scamp. Okay, we're going with Toxic. And they're on the same plan I'm on. Okay, I was on last time. So, they're going to give it Toxic 2. I could lose the Scamp, but there's not much point in losing it. Next turn I'm going to kill the creature anyway. Although, the whole destroy artifact thing seems pretty good right now. They're red as well. Interesting. Okay, so they lose the chorus, but they're going to make a might, and they can still put the injector onto the might. Do their 2 poison to me. Ooh. Okay. 3 poison. And now I have a 5 toughness creature that I can't remove very easily. Very clever. Okay, so... Wow. So, I'm going to have a 2/2 double strike. It's not going to help. It's not going to save me now. Because we're still going to take 3 poison damage. Unless we want to sacrifice the creature. If we can survive. If the creature can survive. It's not going to survive. Okay. Take artifact or creature. They take the creature. They've taken the artifact, but... Okay, so we can kill something with 3 toughness. That's not going to help here. And we can give our creatures +2/+1, and we have no creatures. So this is not looking great. We're going to take 4 poison counters if we could block. We couldn't block. We can't block. Wow, that's the quickest loss I've ever seen. Okay. White Toxic can be incredibly fast. Never really thought of using Hazardous Blast with Toxic, but I suppose it makes good sense. Okay, well, that's a very quick loss. 1 win, 1 loss for us so far. So because we're playing this as if we were trying to build a collection, we don't really care so much about the wins and losses that we get, although obviously the more wins the better. But it's not the end of the world if we got no wins at all. So we're just going to keep going. Maybe against enter name here. Hello. Right, what do we have? Duelist is good. Centurion is good. Enforcer comes out after that. We don't have other artifacts apart from the splitter before we get the Enforcer out, but at least we'll get the Duelist out. We could even give it +2 if we have to re-equip this onto the Duelist. Did the opponent just mulligan? I like it when they mulligan. It gives me slightly more hope. Okay, so let's go with... Doesn't matter if it's white or red, to be honest. Go red out now. Get the Duelist. We've got a nice trick that would really work well with the Duelist. But because it's X on the next card and we can play that next turn, I would much rather do that when we know that the next card is going to be good for us. So let's just get our creatures out. No artifacts yet. But the we need another land. Surprised we haven't drawn land yet. Hopefully we'll draw some next. Okay. We can get rid of that with the slash. And we can also, when we cast a non-creature spell, put an oil counter on the scamp. So that's helping that as well. Damage going well. We've got another trick to remove things. If we need it to kill the Vorak. There's the land. So let's attack now. Kill the Vorak if we have to. Probably expecting a trick, but... even if they are, can't do anything to stop it. We've got another land next, and then we could go with probably the splitter before the Enforcer. It's just slightly more aggressive. So we can put another oil counter on the scamp. Don't want to attack with a scamp right now. For 3. So if we attack with what we have now, they could double block the Duelist and kill it. They'd lose the Trawler Drake, and they would take 3 damage. Yeah, nice and aggressive. There's not much they can do there to stop us. Okay, that was pretty good. I had fun. Okay, 2 wins, 1 loss. Games are going pretty fast. I much prefer games. Oh, I'm going to win a card that doesn't matter for my second account, but would matter if this was my main account. I quite like it when the games go fast. It means that we're going to get through a lot more quickly, and get some more value out of it rather than necessarily spending half an hour on a game. Although those games that take half an hour or longer can be fun. If you're doing a draft and you're going to get through 3 or 4 or 5 games in one go, it's much nicer to have them moving faster. So the Scamp comes out on 1, got a Dune Mover on 2. We can put another mountain on top if we need it by that point. So, decent enough plan, apart from the fact the opponent goes first. Hello. So the question is, do we want to lose the Scamp to the Chorus? I know they can bring back a Might. It's one reason why I think not necessarily the best plan to attack straight away there, but I did it anyway. So let's go for another. And then, do we want to search for a land card and put it on top? I don't think we do. We've got 4 lands already. Knowing my luck, we're going to draw like 4 more. So we'll leave it as it is with 4 lands. We've got 2 red and 2 whites that covers these. It's a big spell to use on a little creature. But they've got the 3 poison counters, the magic number so far. At this rate, they're killing me a lot faster than I'm killing them. But hopefully, getting these creatures out here, free from flesh, +2/+2. So I can put this out now and I can block effectively. Unless they remove it, of course. Working on the damage. And then next turn we have Dragonwing Glider. We can do 4 damage to them. Okay, let's take out the token, but not the equipment. 5 poison counters. So obviously not that far away from actually losing here. Already got 5, but they're only doing 1 creature at a time. They must have some other... There we go. There's the removal that makes sense. Banish into Eternity, great against artifacts. But at least I get the 2/2 token creature who can block, and if I really want to, Death Touch. Discard a card. +2/+1, is that going to help me? Probably not. It's only going to give me 1 cheaper anyway. +2/+2. Well, the oil counters don't make a difference, so giving +2/+1 to everything might be slightly better. Okay, so I guess what I want to do then is I can put this onto something else. That's 3. I could do Duelist. Let's put that onto Duelist anyway. Which means next turn I can attack with it, and they want to try and block it with the Death Touch, or they're not going to. They're just going to do damage. Okay. Well, I'm going to take 5 damage. Keep my creature. Destroy target artifacts an opponent controls. They do not have artifacts. That's an enchantment. Okay. So, if I do this, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can add another 8. So I'm pretty sure I want to just attack. If he doesn't block, I think I win. If he does block, I possibly still win. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. He's going to have something. There we go. Ah. Okay, well, still got some good damage through. They're not going to kill us with the poison counters right now. And they're not going to kill me with damage right now. So, if they can't block... Wait, so I need to put this on something. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kills those two creatures. Or I can put this out and equip first. Sacrifice a creature, destroy target artifact. Why do they not... Oh, that is an artifact. Why do they not have artifacts? Sacrifice a creature. Destroys artifact. And I'm going to equip this onto, I guess, the token. Does it matter? Probably not. No attacks. In turn. So I'm going to use the Swordblade Scamps to get them down to... wait, we're going to block this. Why would we block that? No. Lifelink. Okay. Kind of annoying. Oh wait, no it's not, because they can't block. The end. Whew, Hazardous Blast. Good finisher. Obviously it can kill things, which are 1 toughness, which, you know, if they've got mites and lifelinky creatures, obviously they could have lots of creatures with 1 toughness, but also being able to do all that damage at the end, building out all your creatures, making a kind of stalemate. You have all your creatures, they have all theirs, nothing's going to happen. Suddenly they can't block with anything. Pretty good in this draft format by the look of it. Okay, we're on 3 wins already, so we've got 300 gems and a pack, which means we're going to have 500 other gems added to that, 520, so we're going to have 820, enough for another quick draft later on. But now I'm in gold rank. I'm going to follow my plan of not doing any new events. I could stop now and literally do no other games until my rank resets, but for the sake of you guys watching, I'm going to stick with this and just finish out this quick draft. Also, because I'm on my second account, I really don't care about my win rate necessarily. But maybe if I was on my main account, if I wasn't making a video for the sake of it, then I would probably stop there. So we have red, white. Okay, pay 2 life, add 1 mana of any color, toxic 2/1. If we have a double striker, they're not going to attack. So that seems like a good plan to me. I had one opponent recently who was on 2 life and had one of these and played out something, not realizing it was going to auto tap the convert and killed him. Got to pay attention to those pay life abilities. Okay, they're going to proliferate. Gain some life back, hopefully. Hopefully for their sake. Sacrifice a creature token. Okay, well at least I've got other creatures. I don't mind. Right, this is 5 to equip. Other equipment costs less. So, do we want a 2/3? Probably better than having a 3/2, ward 2. Especially if they can make us sacrifice things. So let's end the turn there. We've got free from flesh. +2/+2 if we need it. Incubation sac. And they're going again with the removal. Lots of early removal and not very much damage coming through means they might not have much removal later on for my bigger things. At least I can hope. So 5 to equip. This is 2 to equip. We don't want to equip until we're actually going to attack with it. We could equip that. There's not much use in equipping that. And attack with a scamp. So free from flesh, adding 2 oil counters can add oil counters into the scamp. In fact, we might do that now because they want to kill it. Make them pay 2 life first. Target the creature and then make it not die. Let's take 1 poison. I don't think they're going to try and kill me with poison, so I'm okay with that. 4 for vigilance, looking good. Or we can go with double strike 5. Ward 2. We've got a Sawblade Scamp to protect. I feel like putting the double strike here is going to be a good choice, especially as it has the extra +1. Now it's a 4/3 double strike. No point attacking with the Scamp, so let's just attack with the Lightbringer. 8 damage if they don't block. Not blocking. Cool. All I want now is a Hazardous Blast. And they'll be dead. Or Blazing Crescendo would do pretty good as well. It's got Ward 2, which makes it a little bit harder for them to kill it, but maybe not that hard. They're going to try and build up their board. I definitely want to get a Hazardous Blast here. Finish them off. I do have 2 in the deck. In fact, I can also possibly kill him off with burn damage here as well. So +0, +1. So it's a 4/3 double strike. I can make it a 7/3 double strike. 7/4 double strike. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I can equip. The extra 1 defense isn't going to make much difference, so I'm just going to keep attacking. They're going to have to block, and they're probably going to block with enough that they think they're going to kill it. No, they're not. I'm just going to take the damage. Okay. In that case, let's get more creatures out. They're good for blocking. And not sure if it makes much difference, but let's just put that over there. Let's put it somewhere. Rock Priest. So that can give toxic creatures death touch. So watch out for the Convert and the Siphoner. But First Strike is probably going to make that a bit irrelevant. Get an extra poison counter, so on 4. Not too worried. So they can give something death touch if they have 3 mana. And tap this for mana. So they could do it, but they'd pay 2 life if they did. If they did that, they would lose. So they can't do that. They have to block. Are they going to do that, really? Please tell me you're going to do that. No, they're not going to do that. Okay. Okay, so First Strike is going to kill the Convert anyway. We can kill the Rock Priest. Let's do our First Strike damage, just to see if they do anything. No. So the Enforcer is... not going to die, they're not going to do anything. Let's end the turn. Managed to kill one of their creatures at least. They're down to one card. We can still pretty much kill them with the Scamp if we need to. Okay, we're going to get up to 6 poison counters. Still nothing too scary yet. Especially if we've got nothing in the hand. Okay. More creatures. My turn. Move an oil counter. Do 1 damage. Hazardous Blast. What a card. Creatures cannot block. My favourite unexpected common. Okay, let's play another red spell for the fun of it. Let's see what our next... no, not that it matters. See what our next card was going to be, but okay, never mind. So, was that win number 4? Is it 4-1 so far? Or was it 4-2? I should keep track. Oh, another card. Oh, Queza. We are on 4-1 so far, so hey, you never know, we might get to 7 wins with this deck. It's a pretty good deck. Good number of tricks. First strike, double strike, the ward, the flying, the hazardous blast. Pretty good. And to top it off, we got the value from the draft. Oh, here we go, they're fighting people in diamond. We got value from the draft in that we got... oh, this is not great. We go first, which is one thing, but it's not great. Value from the draft because we got the extra rares as well. We got 4 rares. So yeah, this is the problem when you start doing good and you're somewhere near gold rank. You'll start playing people in diamond. Maybe we're playing people in diamond who aren't very good or aren't doing very good currently. Maybe they're at the bottom of diamond. Is that the bottom of diamond? Doesn't seem like it. Maybe it's the first rank of diamond. First rank up from the bottom. Okay, so we have green, we have white. Do we have green, white, toxic? Yes, we do. Okay, well, I could just do 3 damage, but let's put out our 2-2 double strike. Beats your 3-1 toxic 2. Destroy artifact. Interesting. Okay. That's it. You did that. Gonna block. I'm not taking that damage. Okay. Next. Swordblade Scamp comes out, or the Enforcer comes out. I guess the Enforcer. Depending on what they put out next, I could possibly kill something and do the Scamp. Of course. Which I can kill with a blast. And they're pausing, thinking about something, so... let's see what they do. Probably just take the damage. It's not much damage, but it's vigilance, so they can't attack me still. And let's go with another one. They have. What do they have that they're looking at? Incubation sac. Starting to see this more and more. Especially for games that go on long. We can kill that if we want to. So Volt Charge, Swordblade Scamp, and Crescendo. Could kill the Chorus. Don't see much point in killing that yet, so let's go with a Scamp. And 3 damage, or we'd have to lose the Scamp if we did things that way. So why don't we just kill this one? Is any target, so we'll always go with their face with that. Get 2 oil counters on the Scamp. Don't want to lose the Scamp, so let's keep it around. We've got lots of opportunities here to add more oil counters onto Scamp. Do the extra 1 damage. But let's make sure we keep up that damage. Attack with both the Enforcers again. So they're going to do 4/4 against our Enforcer. So I'm definitely going to do Chendo and make that too big for them to deal with. And they can't block. They don't have any trick, which is nice. They make a Might, which is not going to do much for them. And we might as well just play out this one now. We have another attacker next turn. Do we want another land to put it on top? I'm going to say yes, and I'm going to put white on top. End turn. So we have 7 potential damage there. We can take out creatures. They can't block anyway at the moment. Or we could give everything +2/+1. And we're going to do more damage here. Now, they didn't do anything that turn, which means they have something. I still have that, so... What do they have that's flash? Don't have a blocker. Well, let's just see. I don't see any point in not attacking. You can only do that as a sorcery. Maybe they thought they could do that as an instant. No, they wouldn't be in diamond and think that. They must have something. Okay. Exile permanent. Not much I can do about that. But we've got 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. And we could do 6 more. Wow, look at us go with our artifacts. Okay. Another win and going up through the gold ranks. Okay. So, 1 loss. We are currently on 5 wins. So, we only need 2 more wins before 2 more losses to get 7 wins in this event. Will we do it? Probably not. We'll probably lose the next 2. We will see. But if we do happen to get 1 more win at the very least, then we have made more gems than we paid on the event. We've got the 4 rares. We've got obviously the other daily gold rewards and all that from actually playing the matches. But we could have got them from constructed or other events anyway, other match types. So no big deal with that. But we're earning the gems, earning the packs, and picking up those rares for free, which is nice. Right, we've been waiting for an opponent for 43 seconds. Which means it's trying to match us against someone, but it couldn't find someone who is as good as we are at the moment. Which means we are playing against a silver, which potentially is good news for us. But they go first, and they are going flying. Okay. Okay, so we need a lot of white. So I am definitely using this opportunity to put some white on top of our deck. And are they going to kill us very slowly with 2 sweeping lookouts? Or are they going to be similar to us and have some artifacts in their red and white deck? Okay, they're putting out a hasty sprinter after combat. Okay, this might be easy, you never know. So, first strike, we can give it +2/+2, quite like that. Yeah. So this could be, well, this could work on this creature anyway. Don't want to double block me. Okay, they're going to take their 1 poison counter, which I do not care about and will not need. You never know, they might be worried about it. In fact, yeah, 2 toxic so far. They're going to keep attacking. Any other creatures to put out? If they put out that sprinter again, I'm going to feel bad for them. So, sacrifice a creature, destroy an artifact. That's an artifact, but is it worth sacrificing this for? Hey, what's it got 2 counters? Oil counters. When did they put oil counters on that? Oh, they put it from here. Why? Okay. Makes no sense. But they have 2 artifacts. So that's currently a 4/4. Do not want that to be a 4/4. Don't really want to sacrifice a creature either. So +1, 2/2. I should hurry up. Yes, I know. Well, that's an artifact. It's an artifact. Let's enter the battlefield. Let's sacrifice this creature. Let's destroy this artifact. Therefore, 4/4 is now 2/4, which means I can attack with this. And if they think they're going to kill it, well, they don't. Good for them. If they're going to kill it, I could have killed them. Also the same for if they want to attack now. They can have a trick. They're not going to attack because they don't have a trick. Good to know. Well, they're worried that I have a trick. I do. Okay, Graver. Nothing I'm worried about. Okay, so 4 lands. We don't have double white, so we can't do this. We could do this. We have 1 artifact, so giving double strike would be good. +2/+2. Let's go pretty aggressively. So now I'm going to get double strike creature out next turn. And the only thing they can kill something with, I kill it. Really thinking about it. Makes it a 3. I'm going to get a 2/2 double strike. I don't think there's much need in killing it. So 4 mana. I'm going to put out my Enforcer. I've got 1 artifact at the moment, so I can put out another one and make it a 4/4 next turn. I guess put out the Helm or the Whip. It can do 1 damage to me. Well, they must have something good. They're not using the Sprinter. I guess they're not attacking with it, so I don't see any need in doing it. So they could put it out and put the oil counters on the Engraver. It's not much, but it's something. Get more benefit from the Engraver. Don't know why you would put it on the lookout. It doesn't do anything. Maybe they think it's +1 counters. No, they can't think that. I don't know what they think. I'm sorry, person in silver. Okay, so we want to make this a 4/4. Let's put out the better one. And we still have Free from Flesh. Means no matter where they block, we're going to do some damage. Let's just go with it. Keep this +2 if we need it. So we'll block. We'll use the trick to save our creature rather than just kill theirs. If we can do both, that's a bonus. If they've got something, then they have to use it up, but the only thing they probably have is drawing a different card. So more damage through. Taking out the creature, we have 2/2 double strike. We can put that for 5. Ah, there we go. There is a reason for them putting oil counters on things. Why did I assume they didn't know what they were doing just because they're silver? It's not fair of me to think that. Right, another white land would be nice right now. Now they're going to put the oil counters on other things. Okay, they are pretty clever. Spreading those oil counters around. Okay, duelist. So, 5 mana. I could just load up the board with some creatures. And for 5 mana, then put this... This is double strike. So, if I put... You kind of have to deal with this, right? Four double strike. And vigilance. I quite like that. Still have the other creatures I can put out if I need to. And if I draw another land, another white, especially, putting those 2 creatures out would be good. And next turn, attacking with all and throwing this trick on them. Or a hazardous blast might be really nice right now to finish things off. Wow, they're really taking the 8 damage. They've given up. They're not gonna beat me, right? Oh, I couldn't play these both out anyway because I don't have 2 planes. In that case, I'd probably just put out the first strike. Would I? No. Probably put this one out. Come on, 2 life. What do you have? Cackler. They have 4 blockers. Have still 4 blockers because that's going to go back to the hand. Oh, it's not. Keeping it out. Okay, which means next turn it's going to go back. We're going to attack with everything. No. Hazardous blast, please. Never mind. Okay. So definitely going to kill a lot of the creatures if I go with that. But what's even better than doing that now is doing that next turn. Oh wait, I can't do it because I need the other planes. Okay, so let's just fill out some more creatures. And let's not attack for now. I have another 5 turns before I have to worry about actually dying from the lookout. Hazardous blast. Are you kidding me? Oh, what a card. What a card. Underrated card of the day. Yes, silver, you do know what you're doing. And you just beat gold. Well done. Okay, so 2 losses. 5 wins. 650 gems as a reward. 1 more win and we are in profit with our gems. 2 more wins and I'm very happy. We're back against gold, bigger gold than us, so possibly even more of a challenge. We have the Scamp, we have the Duelist, we have quite a lot of land, we have the Glider, so we can get, and we get to go first as well, which is even better. We can get our damage out. And there's the Chorus, of course it is. Let's put out the Duelist. Do we want to lose the Scamp? Not really. We could choose to block with it, I suppose. It's a Flesh Cutter. Okay, so 3. So I'm definitely going to put out a double strike. Let's do that after I attack with this. This is going to become a 3-1, but we can block with it. Probably should have attacked with the Scamp as well, because I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have blocked with the Chorus. They want to put the Flesh Cutter on it. Okay, well, maybe they weren't planning on doing that. Maybe they're planning on giving it flying instead. Which is nice, but only for one turn. Let's keep the counter on it for now. So, nothing I can do with this mana, so stay out this land. Double strike and first strike, and they can't do anything about it, so let's definitely attack with this. They can lose the Raptor, or they can lose 6 life. And I am going to search out another Plains, just in case we get the old double white card. We're going to get a 4/4 flyer next turn. And we still have a 2/2 double strike and the first strike. Dualistic Deep Faith. So I'm feeling pretty good. They could put the Flesh Cutter on the Raptor and attack. Let me do that. Okay. Means they must have something. An Enforcer, okay. And that's not an artifact, no, but the other one would be. There's the other white. Okay, we do not need any other lands, thank you very much. Let's go with both of those. If any luck, they block with the Enforcer. We end up trading our token for the Enforcer. And we can re-equip that next turn. And give our flying creature double strike. Obviously they'll still have Raptor, unless we can bring out one of our removal spells, Hex Gold Slash or Bolt Charge. What it's called. Let's go with doing some damage now. And of course we're drawing nothing but land. But if we put this on, double strike means... Well, let's just put it on there. I mean, it means they have to block, rather than having the opportunity to not block. It means they need flyers or planar disruption. There's a flyer. That's another flyer who's going to die next turn. So they're going to do 1 poison and 3 damage. Do I care? I could definitely kill it. Don't think I care enough. I can always kill them with this kind of damage. So another Duelist Deep Faith. Just attack. They've got a block with the Incisor Glider. I know they get the... they've got their 3 poison counters. I know. If they don't have the Incisor Glider, the 3 poison counters don't mean very much at all. So you need a flyer. In fact, I was going to say you need a flyer or the ability to kill my creature, but kill my creature and I'll just put the equipment somewhere else. Okay. We're getting very, very close now to a, well, not a perfect record, because we did have 2 losses, but as far as anyone cares... Inferno, oh, nice card. As far as anyone cares, we will basically have a perfect 7 wins. 2 losses are just 2 more opportunities to learn from, learn from other people in silver with Hazardous Blast. I guess that's what we have the opportunity to learn from there. Right, okay, last game. Either way, We win or we lose. In fact, even if we lose, we're 100 gems in profit, plus 4 rares, plus all the other benefits of all the games that we've played. We're against a gold, who's slightly higher than us. Not that it makes very much difference at all. And we don't have the best start, but we have our double strike, which I like. And we have a trick. Not the best start. And we're going second. All in all, expecting to die already. No, that's not true. Let's go with white. +2, or yeah, we can boost their creature. Great news. Okay, so green and black toxic. It's a deck I like, green and black toxic. And it's one that is pretty powerful, especially when they get out the 3 damage and 2 poison to start with, and you have nothing you can do about it. My turn. Hazardous Blast. There's some hope yet. Okay, so we have a 2/3, which is no good against the Hive Master. We can have a 2/2 double strike, which is good against either of those. So if they can't kill it, that's the best we've got. If they can kill it, it doesn't matter what we put out. And we sacrifice a creature token. Okay, alright. Poison mounting up. We have the Hex Gold Slash, which is good. Right, we could put out the Vigilance. Might stop them from attacking. We could put out the 2/3. That's no good against that. So let's go with technically the best blocker. Although, yes, if they can kill it, they can kill it. Here we go. So we're going to take 6 more damage, 3 more poison counters. Could have killed one with Hexhold Slash. Might be the difference between winning and losing here, especially if they have Proliferate. Ooh, okay, so we need to kill everything. +2/+2 is not going to make a difference. So I guess Duelist, and it's not going to have First Strike, which is a shame. We can give it +2/+2. We can kill one of the creatures, so let's just see what they attack with. So they could have anything, obviously. We are going to block here. We're going to kill this. If we're lucky, we'll hold on just long enough to survive. And let's put this here to keep this alive for next time. If they have any trick, we're done. Still taking 1 poison. All it takes is 1 Proliferate. Do they have it? They're pretty much going to have it. Okay, so we're going to have a 2/4. That's going to be +3. We can block. We're not going to survive this. +3/+1. Play another card. So this is only good if they happen to block with the Contaminator, and they'd be pretty stupid to block with a Contaminator. Or, at best, we can put out... have to put out the 2/4 to block the Contaminator, kill the Hive Master, block the Contaminator for now. We need more land. So we either hope they block with the Contaminator, which they're not going to do, or we can put this out to hope we survive 1 more turn. But like I said, 1 Proliferate would be enough to kill us. So, pretty fast win. Maybe you could have survived a little bit longer if I'd done Hex Gold Slash on the other thing first. Even then, a really aggressive toxic deck, especially with a bloated Contaminator, it's hard to beat. Oh well. 6 wins, 3 losses, I'm quite happy with. Setting up. Okay, we have a scamp we can block with. And we have 2, 3 we could block with. Give it plus. I mean, we obviously can't win. I'm not even going to try. I'm going to try and add up all the ways that they could beat me. They won with their bloated contaminator. Not much we can do against that in a toxic trample proliferate. Oh, let's even let them get the points. Why not? I normally concede just for the sake of moving on faster, but let's give this guy the satisfaction of beating their opponent properly. Okay, so quick draft over. We won 6 games. We lost 3. Still 66% win rate technically with that. We got an extra 100 gems on top of our entry fee. We got the pack. We got the 4 rares from the. We got 2 packs. Because you also always have the potential, a 40% chance there of getting an extra pack. So we've got 2 packs, 100 gems, all those cards we drafted, all the rares, and if we want to, we can just start again. But maybe that will be for another day. Okay, right, well, we are at the end of the video now. So thank you for watching this one to the end. Don't forget you can like the video and subscribe to the channel for any future content. Let me know if you like to see these kind of draft gameplay videos and draft value videos. I will make more of those in the future. For now, thanks for watching this one to the end, and I will see you in the next video.